Okay, so I don't want to confuse anybody with today's post. If this is not the sort of thing where this is not the place you would start. If you are still working on understanding the connection between your diaphragm and your pelvic floor, or how to contract your pelvic floor with your abs or with your glutes, or where your rib cage is in space or where your pelvis is in space, ignore today's post. It is not for you. But if you've already done those things, if you already understand those, if you already feel like you can do those things and you're still missing a piece of the puzzle, then I'm talking to you. Okay? So today's post is for you. So sometimes people either have activities that are very one-sided. Think about sports like skateboarding or surfing, or my own personal favorite, water skiing, especially when you're on one ski, where something different happens from one side of your body relative to the other side of your body. Or the other scenario that I would be talking to is if you had a one-sided injury, foot, knee, ankle, hip, and it wasn't rehabbed well for whatever reason. So then your body changes to accommodate that injury and you never necessarily change it back again, okay? So either of those scenarios, significantly one-sided activity or injury that wasn't rehabbed well on one side, okay? So we tend to think of our pelvis like it's a ring of bone, but really it's joined in the front where your pubic bones meet, and it's joined in the back where each side meets your tailbone. And these two sides function separately from each other for you to do things where one leg is doing something separate from the other, like those sports that we talked about, but also like walking or going up and down stairs, where the two sides of your pelvis are doing two different things. And so because we need a different kind of function from one side than we do from the other, our hips don't always match. And when you have an activity that tends that way, the chances of it get even greater. So in order for all of this foundational core stuff to work the way that it's supposed to, the way that we talk about all the time on here, you have to be functioning on top of a pelvis that is capable of doing both of those things. And when one hip gets stuck into internal rotation or stuck into external rotation, and it's no longer capable of going both directions, it has domino effects for the rest of your core. It's going to affect how your pelvic floor works, how your abs work. It can even affect your breathing. It all kind of has to work together. And so today's post, and a post from last week that I'll share again just in case anybody's looking for it, is kind of talking you through, if you're one of those one-sided people, how do you address that motion on one side to create the change that you're looking for?